you want to buy a house or sell a house in Canada, you have to first investigate the realtor you want to use to know that they know what they are doing, not if they are trustworthy. If they know what they are doing, if they are experienced in getting you the kind of property that you're looking for. Those are very important. So you have to get someone that is dedicated, that knows what they are doing, how to get you what exactly your criteria, what you want. So here in Canada, there is no way anybody is going to cheat you out of your money because the money doesn't come from, they don't give you cash. Everything is regulated by your brokerage, and the brokerage is regulated by the Manitoba. I'm talking about Manitoba government, and Manitoba real estate is monitored by the Canada board. So it's well regulated. It's well regulated. So you have to build trust. And real estate, you have to go in real estate in Canada. You have to first know the person you want to buy, get you a house, accommodation, property, or get you to sell your house. You have to look at the person and say, okay, this person knows their owns. This person has been talking about this, so they must know that. Then you now engage the person. The person will now talk with you to understand your criteria, what you're looking for, and make sure you get approval. There's something called pre-approval here. You can't just wake up and bring cash. No. To say you want to buy a house in Canada, it doesn't work that way. You must be working. Giburu cash, Bia. I have to report that. I have to report that, oh, you come with cash. They have to investigate how that cash came, because Canada is so into money laundering. Do you understand? All those things are well regulated. So you can't, I've seen Chinese people especially, they come in with cash. They have that cash. But there's a process that they will search how that money came about before you be able to buy a house. But here, if you don't, you must be working in Canada for at least minimum of 6 months to work there, get your pre-approval from a mortgage or a bank. They will approve you and say, okay, loan you on a end, let's say 5,000 a month. When you end, maybe 5,000 or 3,000, 6,000 a month. They'll join together. They'll get them pre-approved. See if they are owing any money. Seeing if they are owning any loan. Maybe they bought a car and all those things. Then pre-approve them. Say, oh, only a gasofo law 500,000 before they engage me.
Okay, achọrọ m ịjụ gị ajụjụ. Esewu into interior. Enwere interior school, right?
Yes, in Lagos.
Not an interior company, interior school.
I have an interior design school called Simply Interior School of Interior Design and Entrepreneurship, where we teach people how to become an interior designer. And I'm also affiliated to Yaba College of Technology because I finished from there. I studied industrial design. So I have that.
Okay.
I used to have...
So that means certificate in a issue to your student on Abia from Yaba College.
Yes.
That is your school. You a big woman, no? Your school bashirike. Before Madema affiliates, I may award the certificate issue from a very government approved college of education.
Don't forget, I finished from that school. So I have built a reputation also. I finished from that school, so they knew me. Like I tell you, you have to have integrity. So they knew me. So when I started the interior design school, I felt like, since they know me, since they know that I finished from there, it's best to go through that channel.
So is it by contact or you finished there? Because I also finished from a polytechnic.
I finished there in the art department in Yabatech.
Or none of the finish it where we qualified to affiliate it. That
yes.
Is underground.
No, because it was easier. Because I have already had some contacts there, like I have a ground there because I finished there. So I know where the administrative building is. I know this one. I know that one. I know some lecturer. So it was easy to go through that channel. I can't go to Nsuka University because I'll be lost. I won't know which department I'll be asking people. So because I have already spent how many years in that school, there are certain things I knew. And certain people I can say, oh, this is this person's office. This is this person's office.
That is my sister is good. Despite your smartness, is good to build a contact.
Yes.
Contact can take somebody far.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Contact will definitely, networking will definitely take you places. How do you network? I came to Winnipeg without knowing a soul. Me and my family and my husband. I didn't know. He knew people, you understand? Because he worked for telecom company in Nigeria. So they know, most of them know each other. I came here without knowing anyone. Today, oh God, I know a lot. So I'm someone, you have to be out there. You have to be out there. So coming here, not knowing anyone, living in an apartment, started studying for my real estate while looking for a job, and immediately I met somebody in my office who happened to be the office I want to be in, the brokerage I am in, happened to be a Nigerian. Got friendly with her, and the next minute, because she's been here for 10 years, next minute, oh, they are going here. She's going for this occasion. I said, oh, let me join you. I go to the occasion. I like looking good. You have to also present yourself, because people look at you first before they talk to you. So appearance is key.
So you mean that appearance is key? If you like have good color, your appearance, you have to look.
You must no knowledge is one of what you want to do. Knowledge, consistency, and depending on where you target yourself. You see, from day one, I knew I want to be into luxury real estate. I've not gotten there yet, but that's where my aim is. So if you say you want to be into luxury, you understand? Look that part. Be that part. If you say you want to be for everyone, don't get me wrong, I'm from everyone, no, but my target is see those everyone will become big time one day. So I'm already strategizing myself. Do you understand? The person that is buying two bedroom.
I'm positioning yourself too.
I'm positioning exactly. I'm positioning myself like Onyan Azo 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom apartment or house. I'm seeing their future. Even if they don't see their future, that this same person, because you start from small. I started from nothing. I started selling throw pillows from my car. Do you understand? So from that small, I just target and be with that person. They buy, they notice that, oh, this person knows what they are doing, and you look the part. By the time I had already his own mansion, guess who they will call? Because they see that I'm consistent and I look the part that knows, you understand, the money. Because people want to spend millions, want to see you to be sure that it will go 500 before.
I want to ask you something. Looking at you, it seems you have a foresight.
Somebody said I passed through her school in Nigeria. She's so focused. Thank you.
No. We don't need to. As a guest, we don't reply people commenting.
Okay, no
looking
problem.
at you, it seems not only you are successful, but it seems you have a foresight. So, who influenced you? Your parents, your circle of friends, or like your environment?
I'm going to disappoint you in this one. Who influenced me? I'm going to shock you, or maybe it's not what you expect. I won't say my father influenced me. I come from a polygamous home, so that is apart from it. I would say a little thing. I got small influence from my mom because she was number something in a wife, so it wasn't easy for her, trying to get her life together. But I noticed she was always doing business. If this one fails, she'll pick another one, she will keep doing. I think I saw that drive in her, because the man was married with several wives. Sometimes they don't have your time, sometimes they have your time. So it was this thing. And she had 5 girls, 1 boy. You understand that? Igbo land, how they were like, oh, it's only girls. Those girls will just marry and this thing. So I saw what she went through. You understand? Trying to prove that these girls she has are going to become successful. And thank God we all are. These girls she has are going to become this thing. So I noticed the way she was battling, even if the man doesn't give her, even the man had a lot of money, she was battling. She sold Pamoy, she sold George, she sold Abada, she did tailoring. She was always doing something. Provision, she was always doing something. So I saw that and I'm like, I'm not going to rely on any man. I'm going to make sure that I become successful. And I noticed that once you are successful, the right people will come. Success is the key. So I'm not going to sit down and say, I'm going to get married. Let me sit down and what. So I think a lot of influence of what I saw my mom go through, do you understand, was one of the things I'm like, this is not going to be me. I have to make my money. I have to be able to take care of my children with or without a man. So I think because of that polygamy, I saw how the women were battling while the man had a lot of this thing, you know. I just said, no. So that influence, yes. But environment, it wasn't such a beautiful environment. I grew up in Surulere. You understand? Anybody that knows Surulere, I grew up in Baja side. So it wasn't a
But Surulere is not bad. Then it's not that.
No, it's
bad.
not bad. It's not bad. I'm not saying I grew up in Surulere. Anybody that knows Baja, so it wasn't like highbrow this thing. I'm not saying it's bad. I got married. I was in Surulere before we built and moved. So Surulere is not bad. But I'm just saying that I wasn't so this thing. But I was focused from day one. I was focused. Even when my father got to a stage, you know, he told my mom to go back to the village. My father was like, okay, brought another wife and refused to sponsor my school. What are you talking about? Early in the morning, I wake up. I will buy plantain with small money and do plantain chips and tie it with nylon to go to school to sell to students. Do you understand? I told him, I said, look, I'm not going to beg you for money. My father stopped paying for my school from secondary school. He stopped paying school fees because he was like, I'll see how you do it. And me too, I was like, you see where I'll go. So early morning like this, I'll cut small plantain, even if it's 3, tie it in small nylon like this, go and sell in school. So I've always had that entrepreneurship. I think I got it from my mom. You understand? And I've always said I have to be able to be someone, a helper. I don't want something I'll sit down and somebody will load and I'll be begging for this thing. No. And I think that was one of the reasons why probably I married late, because men get intimidated. Some men intimidated by a go-getter. They're like, this one won't sit down. You understand? And I'm like, if you have that, that's a different chapter. One day we will discuss. You understand? We'll discuss that. But my influence came mostly because that's a big chapter of my life, and I think I'm talking about it on my page as well. So that's a big story. Another this. Let's not deviate from business. So my influence mostly, if I think of it, comes from my mom. My environment pushed me to say I want to do better. I want to get better. And I kept saying it that I was going to be successful. I was going to be successful. Like now, my own now is like, I am going to be the most sought after real estate agent, black female real estate agent in Manitoba before I take over Canada. You have to keep saying it and working towards it. So my influence came mostly from my mom, what she went through, what I saw her go through in her marriage and in her this thing. Then the environment I was living, I was telling myself that as well. So, and I also determination. I just told myself, I'm not going to take this. I'm not going to take this. Because some people grew up in that same environment with such circumstances, but didn't turn out well. So you have to also know who you are. You have to just be focused and know who you are. You go through problems, so don't get me wrong, but you just have to know who you are. And being successful doesn't mean a woman that is successful, oh, she slept around. As of me in Surulere, nobody will tell you, oh, this girl. Anybody that will say, they say Joy, no, yeah, she's always business from small. Always business. Even any boyfriend that time knew I was business. And that was what my husband saw. I just said, no, this woman, yes, business. And some people will get intimidated. Those people are not the right people for me.
So truly, some men, they get intimidated. Just a little, I want to digress a little, but I'll still come. You mean that some men,
Well, bros,
they
you know that now. You know that now, bros. You know people. Unfortunately, and the funny thing about it is, let's deviate a little bit. I like talking business more. But the funny thing about it is, it's so sad what is happening in Nigeria or Africa. It's so sad because we have great potential. We have resources. We are supposed to go high. But unfortunately, what is happening there is a gender war now. You understand? There are some people that have been brought to your life, be it a woman or a man, that will take you to high. But because of your social circle and your environment, you feel that no, the woman must this thing, you must collect and make her not get. And because of that, you don't reach where you're supposed to reach, where you're supposed to be. You understand? Let's say now a woman, funny enough, was the one that gather and get you to Canada. Then you now say, no, you must leave her, you must make her subdue her. Meanwhile, both of you are supposed to work hand in hand and build wealth and build this thing. So because of that, instead of it growing, we are going down, 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 because men are busy trying to put the woman down, and meanwhile, they are supposed to be your helper for you to grow higher. But we are not seeing that. That's a discussion people are not ready to hear now. People are not ready for that. You know?
Yes, I want to ask you something. Some people are saying that a lot of men, they get intimidated by successful women. But there is something that those people saying that they fail to understand. They also fail to understand that you can be successful and still be respectful.
Yes.
At the same time, you can be successful and still be disrespectful to people.
Yes.
I don't know if you are getting me.
Yes.
So if a woman is successful, is good, then if she add it with being respectful, being cordial, being friendly, and being nice to people, that is another spark. But some women, they fail to understand that.
But no, but it's a general thing. Everybody wants respect.
Why I'm saying this is that there are, yes, women are hardworking, no doubt. But there are some women, they are successful, but they are not respectful.
I will disagree with you there.
And when a man walk away from them, they will say that the men used to get intimidated by successful women. No, not in all cases. Not in all cases.
I disagree with you there.
Why did you disagree with me?
I disagree with you because you have to find out that we are dealing with everyone. We are all human beings. Be it a man, a woman, a child, everyone needs respect. Respect is not dedicated to one gender. Do you understand? Because I don't want to go into gender this, like I said, I'm a business. Everyone needs respect. It's not a man thing, it's not a woman thing, it's not a child thing, it's not a adult thing. It's a human being thing. Do you understand? There's men too that have money, they don't have respect, they just talk to. It's a general thing. Everybody needs to be respected, talked to nicely. Do you understand? Those are the things you should. It's not the gender thing. Respect is cuts across. So if a man can be successful and still be very abusive, and a woman can be too. So the best thing is get someone that has a conscience. A person that has a conscience and doesn't have a complex problem. Do you understand? Like I have 2 kids. I have 2 children, 18. My son just left now for university. He just left now. I teach him. I said, no, you have to be cordial. He's the most senior to his sister. So when I see the sister, her siblings, I said, no. Talk to her with respect. Talk to him with respect. Do you understand? Put yourself in how do you want people to talk to you as a human being? You want people to respect you. You want to put across your challenges, your problem, your anger, but in a respectful manner. If my husband comes, he knows that. I told him when we were about to marry, I said, the tone which you talk to me matters a lot. Either it kills me or it strengthens me. So you have to decide. Do you understand? And in my house, I've never opened my mouth to tell my children, stupid, you are idiot, get out, idiot, fool. We don't use such word here. Do you understand? So he's growing up in an environment where he sees his father loving the mother and respecting the mother, and the mom reciprocating and pouring more on him. So it goes both ways. It has nothing to do with gender in any way. You have money. When he has money, I have money, we come together. You understand? He's not here, but he's coming in next week. You understand? Finally coming in next week. It's respect. Everybody needs respect. Talk to me respectfully and I'll reciprocate. If you want me to do something, sweetheart, I think you didn't clean it up. Why didn't you clean it up? Oh, I didn't clean it up. Okay, I'm coming now. I'll clean it up. Oh, can you help me? It's simple. It has nothing to do with this. Don't get me wrong, there are some mad people, I get that. But you have to decide who you are and what you can take and what you can't take. Like I said, Before I married my husband, I dated other people. Probably they got intimidated by my focus and my vision. Do you understand? That doesn't mean I'm a bad person.
Are
That
they
doesn't mean they are a bad person.
have you, like, did you ever get along with Igbo person, like in terms of courtship, before things maybe could not work out? Then
My
you now
house,
resort
my
to your
home,
husband.
my home. Let me tell you how deep Igbo we are. The meeting they do in Lagos, it was in our house. They used to do the meeting, Igbo meeting, the women meeting and the men meeting. So I saw a lot of how Igbos, how we act, how we this thing. No offense. Did I date Igbo? I knew I was not going to marry an Igbo person. Let's just put it that way. I just knew I was not going to marry. My two sisters married Igbo. You understand? But I knew I was not going to marry Igbo. My father wasn't tribalistic. My father was, he like I told you, he married a lot of wives. So we had Calabar, we had Yoruba, we had Igbo. He wasn't into tribe. So I think that's one helped me. So I really didn't date an Igbo person. There was only one person I dated, and his views and my view didn't align well. He was ready to, and he had money, he was ready to marry. I just said, nah. He was the type that was already telling me that if you come to the house and you see me with another woman, you just keep quiet, do my food, all those things. I just said, no, this is not for me. This is not for me.
So, my sister, your interior school, how many years one can school there? Your interior school, and how many years one can school before obtaining certificate after graduation?
It's actually his diploma they get. We only give out diploma, and of course, you stay. It's supposed to be a 3 months course. We only do it for 3 months. Then you also go for IT.
With that diploma, can someone use it to apply for HND?
No, you can't. You can't use it to apply
But
for HND.
if you have a diploma, you say it's affiliated to Yaba.
Yes.
Meaning that
yes.
now, Yaba is a strong.
Yes.
Is a strong. The certificate is very well, is properly regulated. So why? Like now, if I have OND from Nekede or from Polytechnic Oko, I can use that OND and apply for even direct entry to university, or maybe apply for HND in another polytechnic. So why your own diploma that you issued, someone cannot use it to apply for HND?
It's a diploma certificate. Okay. In Yaba Tech, they don't really have interior design. What they have is industrial design, which I did. Do you understand? So this, like I said, my school is simply your School of Interior Design and Entrepreneurship. So we are affiliated with them to show that they come and check out, because they came and check out what we do, how we do it, and say, look, this would be nice. It would be good to have an interior course in Yaba Tech, but it's yet to be achieved. But if you have that certificate, you are supposed to use it and start a business, because we teach business management, CAT, that's computer aided design. We teach event management and all those things. So that one is supposed to help you to stand on your own. Now, if you now decide you want to go and do HND, you can have that certificate with you. It's part of other certificates you have. You know how you do computer science in all these computer schools. Do you understand? So that's part of your certificate, but it doesn't mean that certificate is now give you an entry to do JAM to go for your HND. No, you have to still do the HND exam. But that certificate, once you go looking for a job or you want to start, you say, oh, I have a certificate for this as well, which will help you in your career.
So, what I mean now, I understand. But what I mean is that if you have your diploma, if I have a diploma from your school, do I need to write a kind of aptitude test to start OND from not a polytechnic?
Yeah, of course, you have to do your JAM to do your OND.
That rigorous process.
You have to do your exam through the government to enter Yaba Tech, to do your OND.
Okay.
Like when I did my OND, I did my JAM. Yes,
okay.
I think.
How many students you have under your watch? Do you have up to 15 students under your watch?
Students that we have graduated?
No, the ones under your watch currently, like the ones that are
Currently, oh,
still
I
in your.
have a lot. There are some even that I notice are saying hello here. I have a, I have a lot under my watch, and they still call. They still send me some things. They follow me. All of them follow me on social media.
So
They
you
know me.
have you have more than 15 students that is in your
Over.
interior school.
Yes, over.
So is that business lucrative?
Which
Interior
one?
interior business, because we have one of our brother that have interior business. As I don't want to call his name. He's a very influential and
Lucrative in
popular
Nigeria or in
person
Canada? Which one?
in Nigeria, interior business. Because I
It
used to
depends.
underrate interior.
It depends on how you go about it. Like I said, there are a lot of business that someone is doing that won't provide, and another person is doing it that will provide. It all depends on strategy, on how you go about it, research strategy, and how you position yourself in the industry. There are some people doing the best engineering and not successful. There are some people doing lawyer and they are still entering bus that can't buy a car. It all depends on how you strategize yourself. Strategy is very important. Interior design to me is very successful because I did it. That was all I was doing. Like now, as I speak, I'll be in Nigeria, hopefully next month, ending of next month. I was there in November. My client, one of my best client, looked for me because my most top client looked for me. He didn't see me. He tried calling my number. He couldn't get through. He got through, but that number was with my daughter. She was using it as a WhatsApp here. So I didn't know that he was trying to reach me. Early in the morning, somebody called me from my school. They called from my school and said somebody is there to ask after me. And it was someone that he said, simply, Baba has been looking for you. I don't know that you are in Canada. You better call him. There's a job. And I knew about that job because in GRA, he bought that plot of land, knew he was going to build it. I didn't know what he was going to build. He just said when he's ready, he'll call me. And I was so happy because I did a wonderful job. All the job I've been doing, it was a good job. Now you need to see the building. If you go to my page, you'll see it also. You'll see when I went to Nigeria, the building. Now it's about 8-story building, big, massive, for offices. If it's not, do you know how much I'm going to make money from it? Of course, I'm going to travel back to China and all those things to get some things, and of course, travel to Italy to get some other furniture to use in that place. Because this man we're talking about is a multi-millionaire. So it all depends. You have to start small, do a good job. They will remember you for. There are other interior designers in Nigeria that you'll have gotten in touch with. But he knew I did a good job for him. That have always been a good job. He just called me. When I called him, he said, "Where have you been?" My husband, your husband has carried you and ran away. You better look for a plane and start coming. He waited for me. One more time, that was in November. I rushed down there, saw the building, did everything. We're always on phone now to discuss things and where we're supposed to be. So by the time it's getting close to where I'm supposed to come in, I'll be there. By the grace of God, ending of next month. By the grace of God, I'll be there. You understand? So it is lucrative. See me still getting my interior design job back there. I just finished his 3D drawings to send to him, plan for it. And he loved it. We changed one or two things. He loved it. Send it to the engineer. He loved it. And here I am in Canada, traveling back to do interior design. And there are some people still struggling there. But because that's life, there are some lawyers still struggling. They might struggle now, but that doesn't mean they're going to struggle tomorrow. Because there was a time I struggled, but I've paid my dues. I've been working. I've been consistent. I've been there. So that's why it's lucrative. But it all depends on how you go about it. Anything can be lucrative. Somebody that is selling stone can be lucrative. It's all packaging. It's all packaging. Have you entered all these shops that you see how they package all these marble stones? And people are using it for decorating stones.
Yeah,
But the
right.
person did what? Package it well. It's all packaging. You have to package yourself well. You have to align yourself, know what you are packaging. Package yourself well, and you'll be successful. Start with where you are. Start packaging yourself. Be seen where you want to be, and leave the rest for God.
Okay, let me ask you. Sometimes on this platform, we used to talk about. Sometimes me and my brothers on this platform, even some of our sisters, we used to talk about the importance of relocating back to Nigeria for people in diaspora. You know, and some people are of the opinion that you can stay wherever you are and achieve your goals in life. Okay. Why some people believe that if you relocate to Nigeria, it's going to do more good, not just to you, but to your kids and to your generation in general. So this idea of going back to Nigeria, do you have it in your mind as part of your project? Like this Canada you are right now, is you are not going to, you know, stay long there, that within a short time or maybe in a long run, that time will come, you will go back to Nigeria and stay.
No, I'm not.
So
But
you will stay
anybody
in
that
Canada.
does, anybody that
No.
does,
This
I'm
is
not.
a personal
I'm
question
not.
to you.
But I will be coming, but I'm not staying in Nigeria. I'm not plan. That's not my plan to.
So this information I used to get from some of my brother that said, look, Mary J, women like abroad. If you want to, if anything that make you bring your wife to abroad, forget it. Especially 80% of our women.
Well, people always say, bring your wife to abroad, bring your wife to abroad. It's like somebody telling my daughter, now bring you abroad. It all depends on your mentality. Bring you abroad. My daughter will look at you and say, bring me abroad. I'm born abroad.
I want you to understand my question. Why is it that 80% of our sisters, once they come to abroad, to go back becomes problem? They don't like to, like, is it a signal that women like comfort? They like where that is organized.
Is that bad? Is that a crime?
Once they are there, forget it.
But why are we hailing poverty? Why are we hailing poverty? I'm sure you saw that video. I said, why do we hate we like suffering, as if we hate people when they suffer? Why? What is wrong with a woman wanting good thing? What is wrong with a man wanting good thing? Is that bad? At this age I am now, I'm unapologetic. What's wrong with me liking good thing about life? What's wrong with you liking it? Why are we building poverty and suffering as if it's a good thing that people should suffer? It's as if women like good life. Why won't you want your daughter to like good life? Why won't you like your son to have good life? Why are we projecting poverty in our mind without even knowing we're doing that? Now, it all depends. There are some men that don't want to go. Also, it's not only women. So it has nothing to do with it. It's both of you sitting down from day one planning it. Like my husband, if he comes now, he'll tell you he doesn't want to go. Because his upbringing is so different. His family, my mother-in-law is a surgeon, my sister-in-law is a doctor. You understand? They are all based in the UK. So them from day one, my mother-in-law is a commando, used to be a commando, a doctor in the naval, this thing in Nigeria. So she's very exposed. She's very well read. You understand? She's old now, but that woman is sharp as a distance. You know, she's well read. So that mentality of going back, she's been in UK for how long? You understand? So there's nothing, you choose what works best for you. Choose what works best for you. I don't want to go back. You understand? For so many reasons. It has nothing to do with if my husband will wake up tomorrow and say he's go. My husband is the type that doesn't want to go back. He's been used to living abroad. So he doesn't understand all those things. He's still there now, but he's coming, he comes and goes, but he's coming.
I can obviously or easily guess the two reasons why you don't want to go back. And
Okay,
one of it is because of your career and your investment in Canada. You have invested in your upscaling, in your education, you know, that gave you the certificate you are using now to do your job, like real estate job.
I'm also doing well in Nigeria.
And number two is also because of health. Maybe you feel like in Canada you are more secured health-wise. Like if anything happened to you, you can get your medication, you can get treated more easier than in Nigeria.
No, it has nothing to do with it.
If these things are none of the above, then why can't you go back because it seems you are stable in Nigeria.
Yeah, I'm living. There's a lot of people that say, you have how many showrooms? You live in a nice highbrow area. Why don't you want to go back? May Nigeria never happen to you. There's a lot of insecurity happening in Nigeria. What made me change my mind to come to Canada?
Lagos is 70%, 80% secure.
Okay, if you say so. If you say so, I'm not going to argue with that with you. When I turned, I've never thought of coming abroad to live. It was after the NSAS. If you check my video too, you see that in my brain, I just said enough. If you go on my social media platform, you see it where I broke down. I was like, no. After that NSAS, I just told myself, when I saw how everything played out, I just told myself, this is not where I want my children to be. I don't want them to have that mentality, have that you are in school, you have to sleep with lecturer, you have to beg, kneel down as a graduate, be begging. They'll tell you to kneel down if you're in primary school. Meanwhile, you're in university, so many things. Then the kidnapping thing again was scary. Then you see how the government were not being accountable. Don't get me wrong. Every country has their problem politically. Don't get me wrong. But there are some that you see that this is worse than the other. Do you understand? When people that are close to you, family members, have been kidnapped and killed, you understand? There's certain things it gets to you. When you
that alone can be a trauma. That alone can be a trauma.
I'm telling you, it was quite traumatic. Then you see where you are in a go slow, don't get me wrong, and those kind of things can happen in any country, but the way it can happen in any country, but the way it's handled is different from here. Do you understand? It's different from here. So how can you live and you are scared if your husband is not home at 7 or 8 o'clock? Thank God my own husband, he just goes to work and come back. He doesn't wonder. You are scared of going somewhere at night. Nigeria used to be beautiful. You enter night bus from Lagos to Abuja. Now you can't do it. You understand? So all those kind of things. Do I want my children to be in that environment where security, one of the things why I say I'm not going is security. Not because of health, this thing. It's mostly security. You understand? When you make your money, bros, you can go anywhere and kill yourself. Nigerian people are coming here doing their medicals and everything. It has nothing to do with that. I never thought of that one. But the major reason why I say I'm not going is security. 1, 2, then the whole thing, what is happening in Nigeria, when you watch the way things are happening, the way there's a lot happening that we really, really need to sit down and evaluate, but people are not ready. You understand? They are not ready for it. The men that are supposed to be leaders are busy. Social media, when you open social media, most of the things you hear is, women are wicked, men are wicked, men are wicked, women are wicked, it's a gender war there. Meanwhile, all of us, including the men, women, are supposed to be like, oh, how do I start up this? Who do I partner with to start up this business? How can I grow this shoe business to be key? Thinking of that. Oh, it has nothing to do with gender. This lady seems that she can bring something to the table. Why can't we employ her here? This man seems to be able to do this so that the country will grow. We are busy still thinking, why would she wear this? How she talked, how he talked. It's crazy where people are busy. Look at China, look at Japan. Look, they are busy. How will we say submission? The talk now is about, instead of strategizing, no, look at my daughter. She needs to go to this university. She needs to contribute to the society. She needs to do this. Look at my son. My son needs to do this. He needs to build this country. But we are leaving all that and focusing on things that are not. So because of that, we are not growing.